Hey everyone! So, first of all, Merry Christmas. I wanted to come in on Christmas Day and do a really quick video, a quick update before the end of the year. So, first of all, I got some great news on one of our favorite paints I'm going to share with you. I'm going to finish up our Rolodex. I'm going to show you where I am. I'm actually going to have to finish this in the new year because kind of ran out of time. But let me make sure I got a good thing here. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do so that you guys can start doing the same thing. And then I'm going to end with a quick jelly printing session on one of my favorite papers that I've created. And I'll use our favorite paint. So, put this to the side. So the very first thing is more gifts. Arteza, 2 weeks ago, reached out to me and said they knew that I was going to be excited because Aztec Gold is now huge. Look at that. You guys, I am so excited, and I know you are as well. That's why I wanted to come to you before the end of the year because they still have a lot of special site-wide. I mean, I think like 30 and 40% off. So you definitely can get this product before this month ends and the specials end, and then we'll have it going into next year. So they reached out to me and they said, their email said, I think we're going to make you happy. We now have the metallics in the large size. Know how much you love Aztec Gold. You remember back in the summer when I introduced the metallics and it was like the little small things. I have the last like little teeny bit sitting over here like precious, like that little bit I'm holding on to. And they said, oh, well, we'll have to see, production, blah, blah, blah. But they really were glad that I shared with them how much we love that color. And then so many of you made comments. You all bought the products. You continued to comment. And one thing I have to say about Arteza, they do read the comments. The woman I work with directly, she always reads your comments. She comments on the things that you guys say. She really appreciates it. And so it's the first time I feel as an influencer that, I had a hand in helping to share with a company what my followers and, artists and creatives that are in my groups are saying. So I feel like this is a huge win for us where we can actually see that a company actually did listen and took the time to create this product in this size. And it takes a lot of production on their part. It really does take them having to obviously create new packaging, do that whole piece, retrofit, and then take the chance that this sizes and metallics are going to sell. So you guys really should be proud of yourselves and the fact that you helped to influence a brand to deliver a product that you told them that you loved. So I'm so excited about that. So they let me pick the ones I wanted. So I thought I wanted to try this space gray in the large because I got some ideas for that in the new year. I love the pearl, the glacier blue, the bronze. Yeah, this bronze is yummy. You know how much I love this pearl chartreuse. And then also the papaya orange. Love these colors. So I got these because I knew that I would use a lot of them. There's some of the ones I love using in the smaller tubes. So yay, big clap. So we're going to work with the Aztec Gold in one of my favorite ways to use it in my jelly printing. Now, I'm looking for my book because I wanted to show you my journal is full of all the different ways my projects are going to go. But up here, I used it right here. And I love this page. I love the way the Aztec Gold came out on it. I love the way I did the staining. So I'm going to show you how I did these papers. And I'm going to show you the Aztec Gold. This is the back of this paper. And I love the way the back stains just as much as the front. And this is the Aztec Gold on some photo paper. But let's do this one because it's a fun pattern. And it's a way that you guys can work with your own favorite papers in a way that mixes the print up so it doesn't look exactly like the print that came out of the scrapbooking book. So we're going to do that. But before we do that, let me show you where we are with our Rolodex. So I went through and counted my cards. I have 186 cards right now. I'm actually good. I have about 36 more than what I need because I'm actually working from the Rubaiyat, Omar Khayyam's Rubaiyat. I love that poem. I love that whole thing. And it has 75 stanzas. So for me, it's perfect because basically it's 75 stanzas and each stanza has 4 lines. So that gives me 150 lines. I have 186 cards. So what I will do is I'm sure I'll go through and there'll be cards that I won't put something on the front, but I'll probably have something on the back. So I'm just going to intermittently go through my cards and take these lines right off of here. It's a perfect size as well. The point was good for me because I don't want it to stand out. Let's just pull a card out. So for instance, if I'm using this one, I don't want the text to be overwhelming on the card. I want to be able to stick it on the card in like a subtle kind of way so that the imagery is integrated with the print. I also decided to kind of go with this burgundy because remember I used it a lot throughout my stamping and what have you. Excuse me. In the claret on the StazOn. So I decided I liked this in this color. Now, whether or not I'm going to keep it on this green stained paper or if I'm going to go for a color more like this is still to be decided. I think I may go for this, but I needed to stain more paper, so I was trying it on the green as well. Or I might mix it up because I do have this green in here, so I might print it out on 2 different types and then select what lines I want to do in the green or in the stain. But we can see doing it on stained paper is like night and day than just printing it out on copier paper. So this is copier paper, but I stained the paper first, and then I run it through my printer after it's stained. So we can see the difference, right? So this is a no-no. But this we love because it really adds to the quality. I started printing it out here in my printer jam. It was just the way I did it. But here you can see how it looks on this color as well. And that looks yummy too. So I may play around with one or the other, but the point is, go ahead and select your writings. It could be poetry. It can be a short story, prose. It could be something you've written. It could be a series of quotes. You could literally just take a lot of quotes, some of your favorite quotes, and put it in here. I'm not going to have this tab in here. I only have this in here because it's separating. This is my first 100, and then this is 86 left. I had a few cards still left over, but I'm going to decide if I'm going to use them. I realized I don't think I needed them. And so what you want to do is count your cards. You then want to figure out how many lines you need. Do you want to put one on every card? Do you want to maybe put something on every other card? I'm going to put one on every card for the most part, and maybe just skip in between with some sort of visual that I feel makes a transition. Maybe I might do every other card, like between every stanza that's broken up. I may do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do a blank space, and then do the next 4 in a blank space, and use that as a way to use up some of my empty cards so that I'll have something on every card except for in between the stanzas, if that makes sense. So play with it, sort of decide what you want to do, but that's where I am. So I just wanted to take the new year, to take this year out, 2019, with this project nearly done. And when I come back, I'll have it probably mostly done. I may do one session with you guys where I'm doing the last of the gluing or showing you how it's going to look when it's done. But that's kind of where we are with it. So I wanted to give that to you guys so that you can work on it during the downtime, because I will be, I won't be doing videos for 3 weeks. 2 weeks I'm going to be in Australia. So probably like the 3rd week of January, I'm going to be back and I'll do a video on YouTube. So just know that I'm going to be out, I won't be on. Okay, guys, so that is where we are with this project. So I wanted to just make sure you knew what direction I'm going in so you can start doing the same thing. And then when we reconvene in the middle of January, we'll just be able to, I'll show you where I am. Hopefully I'll have gotten enough done, but I am traveling for the next couple of weeks, so I may not get a lot done, but you guys will probably be further ahead than me. But that's where we are. And I have ideas for some more book projects moving to next year. So we're going to just kind of keep on making books and jelly printing and having a good time. Alrighty. Also, so let me move our plate back up. Over on my Patreon, we've done a lot of structures, and we're going in next year on some really cool structures, and we've been building. So for those of you who want to keep on learning book arts and understanding book structure and working jelly printing in and mixed media, then make sure to follow me over on Patreon. Lots of good stuff over there, and I already have over 300 videos, so you sign up, you got a lot to keep you company until I get back. So now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work on this piece of paper because that's similar to what I had shown you in my journal. Let's see how the back does. The back is actually, I think, almost yummier. So we're going to work on a piece that's similar to this. I actually photocopied another sheet. So I'll show you we'll work on this side. We'll do a quick pull on that side so you can see what they both look like. The way I make mine is I take a beginning sheet, let's say similar to this. Let's say that's the full sheet that you get out of your scrapbooking pads. And then I take it and I cut it down into 2 by 2 inch sections. You can see that. And I cut several sheets like that. So this is all the original sheets. So let's say I had a couple sheets like this, or you can just take one sheet and just cut it up. And then I just lay it down. I glue it down onto a board. This is just a plain old piece of cardstock. And I just flip the directions. And I just change the pattern so that I don't get this full-on pattern, but I get the pattern just distorted around. And all of like where the aging is on the original sheet, it's normally around the edges. I can get it in the center and places like that. So then I make a full board. I keep this as my original. And then I photocopy it, so then it looks like this, okay? And then once I photocopy it, I then coffee stain it, and then it looks like this. And of course, with the bleeding that comes through on the back, which is yummy. So, you know, some of your favorite scrapbooking papers, guys, I like making a lot of my own papers, but there's a lot of neat patterns. But I don't oftentimes just want to use them full out. So I'll go through this process to distort them and sort of change the direction of the pattern just to kind of do that little extra to make it mine and at the same time use a neat pattern that I like. Okay, so we're going to take that piece and we're going to take this piece and we're going to do a full out on the Arteza using our Aztec Gold. And I love it when I have a good amount of it because you can really see I'm popping the cap for the first time. Now my plate is not hasn't been being used right, so it's definitely doesn't have any moisture in it, but that's okay because I've got enough paint that I can put down a good amount. Still want to get an even rolling, but I want to get a good amount so that I can get a nice thick amount. So we'll put it down like that, and then this will go right over to get this kind of pattern. This stencil, I don't remember where I got this notes. I probably got it, I don't know, Michael's maybe. I might have got it on Amazon. I don't remember, but I just like the big scrolly nature of it. So even when I take it in pieces, it still has a lot of impact. So this is one of my favorite ways to work with the Aztec. See how beautiful it comes out? I mean, it is just gorgeous the way that paint lays on the background with the coffee staining. It really looks like old wallpaper that's just gilded. I just love, love, love this. So I'm going to take this up and I'm going to pull off that and I'm going to put it on just another piece of here I have some paper that, let me see. I'll use this because some more of the scrapbooking paper that I coffee stained. So I'm going to pick this up. And this will be good to use. That way I can use both sides of this paper in some kind of, you know, journaling. Just so I can pick up that print, which I love that as well. And look how good it looks on the back of this paper. It really has that old wall look to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put another layer down and do the back of it. I am so glad that they have this now. This is so exciting. Oh, I hope you guys are as thrilled as I am. I couldn't wait to show you all this, and I've had so much going on that I just couldn't get to this. But today I said I knew I had a little downtime today with being Christmas. I thought I'm going to do a video to say happy holidays to everyone, no matter what your tradition is, if you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, or, you know, whatever. This is just, I look at it as the happiest day of the year, because this is when the sun starts moving back through the skies again, and, you know, it becomes the days starting to lengthen. So I'm of the tradition of the happiest day of the year, and that's just astrologically, cosmology, from the standpoint of Earth, you know, all that good stuff. Moving back into the longer days, spring, summer. So that's kind of what I like about it. Oh, look at that. See? Look at that. And with that stained paper, now this is a photocopy of a piece that was the back. And I made it a little darker so that I could really accentuate those stained lines like this. I would just put it on a dark setting. And then when it comes through, it will look like this. But that is just great. Okay. And so then what I think I'm going to do to get this last little pull is I had a piece of this over here where I have my scripting. This is a piece of a German book page that Patty Tolly Parrish sent to me in some happy mail. Check her channel out as always. I love her. I'll be seeing her in February, so I'm looking forward to that get together. So I just kind of did a double thing. So let's put this down and grab this pattern. This was on an actual piece of coffee stained paper, front and back. So you see I have this cool staining in the back as well. So I'll use this in a book page or something, so I'll be able to take advantage of both sides. Alrighty. Look at this. How gorgeous. So here we have it. Put it up closer so you guys can see the gold. Let me get it so that, yeah, there we go. I like the way it's kind of has on the jelly plate. It has that sort of that flocked sort of look to the gold. You see that? And when it dries, it just dries even better. It becomes way more brilliant in the drying process. And it gets almost like a leafing kind of feel to it. This one that we already did has begun to dry, and you can just see how it pops? So run over, and if you don't do anything else, treat yourself to this Aztec Gold, the Arteza. That I think they're only $7.99 as it is, and it's a little better than 4 ounces. So right there, that's a great deal. And then with whatever discount they have on the site, you can even get it knocked down. But I definitely would grab some of this. And my other favorite one, if you're just curious, I definitely like the ice blue because we use that in the glazing. That's a beautiful color. And I love the pearl chartreuse. This greeny color is in the metallic. And this papaya orange, I use this a lot, which is why I grabbed these. And then this one right here, the pearl space gray, is really good for doing photo transfers because you get the darkness of it, but you get that metallic, that little metallic sort of gunmetal color to it. And it's just the best in the dark. So there we have it. Glad I was able to come to you real quick and do a quick little video and just do a catch up, let you know where I am, where I'm going to be. And I will look to see you guys back in the new year. About the third week of January, I should be back and put a video up so that we can hang out again. All right. Listen, guys, thank you so much for being a part of my year. Thank you for being a part of the growth of the channel. And I'm just looking forward to so much more in the new year to hang out with you guys. And we're just going to keep on making art, having fun, and trying not to worry about some of the other things that are going on with algorithms and things like that. So we'll see. I'm going to hang in here as long as I can, and love you guys. Please like this video. If you do, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, so that you can keep up with what we're going to be doing next year. All right. Love you all. Happy holidays and a wonderful end to a 2019 and to a decade, because we're going into 2020. All right. Bye-bye.